believe that living is a choice, and decide to start from this day, make up your mind, decide that you want to do something tangible with your life.
Ask yourself, what is it that I have inside me that I can use to progress in life? I believe everybody knows their potential. They know their gifts.
Why do you think so?
I have come across so many people who can do so many things, but they just don't want to take that risk. I know a lady that knows how to bake, but she's afraid to tell somebody and bake.
So you literally started your business without having all the basic equipment?
there was no capital.
There are some times where your loved ones will try to stop you from taking the next step, thinking that it's best you don't take it.
Your loved ones are not, or will not intentionally want to stop you from being successful.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, don't think so. I did not say your relative.
Okay,
I said your
loved ones. Okay.
They try to protect you, shield you, or talk you out of what they think is not okay for you.
The proof of passion, they say, is pursuit. One door isn't opening, you force another one to open. You just mentioned that passion is something you can do even if you're not being paid. There are people who do actually have passion for something that there is really no due of payment inside.
I don't think there's anything that you're passionate about that you won't make money for.
Well,
I don't think there's anything like that.
Sometimes in the initial stages,
of course, initial stages, that's why I said it can't always be rosy from the beginning.
Do you believe that there is need for diversification, having multiple sources of income? And if so, when should a young person diversify? Because there are some of them who are just starting their lives and they believe they should do everything, right? I am this, I'm doing this, my money is here. Is that what you did? I consider you to be financially stable right now. Probably you are diversified, right?
Yeah.
You're diversified.
Yeah.
But did you start that way or right? Welcome to all pathfinders out there. Now, I say always that life isn't a choice, right? None of us were asked if we wanted to come alive. But then I tell you guys this always, that I believe that living is a choice. You can decide to start living and stop existing. You can decide to start from this day, make up your mind, decide that you want to do something tangible with your life. And of recent, we began on a project to go all around the country asking people who we've seen their success, right? We've seen how they've transited most from nothing, and now they are well-to-do. They are in a position where it's worth being celebrating, right? And today, I am actually very privileged to be having somebody with me on the platform today that I respect a lot, and she's doing great things in our industry. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
So who is this Lizzie?
LIZELA is Lizzie.
Yeah.
Is an entrepreneur, a fashion entrepreneur.
Right. She's a mother?
Yeah, mother of two boys. Married.
Right.
Happily married.
Happily married. I love that. So, there are so many young people out there, and I'm sure that you've started from nothing. It took you tears, stress, time, dedication to build up to where you are right now. And there are so many young people out there who, they have given up. They're no longer striving. There's some people who die at age 22 only to get buried at age 70, right? So they are giving up on their dreams. They're no longer pursuing it. So what would be that factor? What would you say to such an individual, right? Somebody out there who is in a single room right now, his roof might be leaking, he's not even sure of his next meal. What would you say to such a person from your own personal experience to keep the person going?
From my personal experience, I went through that route too.
Right.
Yeah. I got married and we started from the man house.
Wow.
So it's not like it's been rosy.
Exactly.
So from where you are God has equipped you already. You have your senses, you have your wisdom, from God. All you need to do is to sit yourself down, sorry. Ask yourself, what is it that I have
Right.
inside me that I can use to progress in life? That's the first thing you need to ask yourself. Know that thing you can do for free. Know that thing that's your passion, something you can do. You can do easily. Some people can make hair in their very comfort zone. In fact, they were born in it.
Right.
I've seen people who didn't learn how to make it. They
They
just know how
just
to
found
make it.
out
Yeah.
the thing.
You know. So you can start from there. Gradually you you get a place, you get customers, you start growing. You know. It's a process. You don't just wake up one morning and things start happening. God gave each and every one of us a special gift. So find that gift and start your life with it.
I actually totally agree with what you're saying. There's a potential, right, in everybody.
Yeah.
It's just to
Bring it
discover
out.
it,
Yeah.
and then I'm
A
sure.
lot of people know their potential. They know what God gave them. They
Are
know
you
their
sure?
gifts. A lot of people know. But they feel this is not what I want. When you are not looking at how do I start making 100 naira to 200 to 300, you are thinking I want to start making 500,000. You
Mm.
won't know what you have
Right.
because your mind is not where you want to start. Your
Right.
mind is where you are going
You are
to.
heading
You
to.
have to know where you are, how you start from where you are to get to where you are going.
Wow.
So that's I believe everybody knows their potential. They know their gifts. But most people don't want to make use of it.
Mm.
Most people don't want to
Why do you
step
think
out.
so? Why?
I have come across so many people who can do so many things,
Mm.
but they just don't want to take that first step. I've advised so many of them. I know a lady that knows how to bake,
Mm.
but she's afraid to tell somebody I can bake.
Mm.
And
She's
I told
shy.
her, approach people. If you have 500, do a 500 naira cake and tell somebody, this
This is
is
what
what
I.
I made. Can you buy? Let them give you feedback after buying it. They can refer you to another person and refer you to another person and another person refer another person and your life start going like that. I started from I was a teach-at-home mom,
Wow.
and one day I told myself that, oh, let me step out, and I was thinking about so many things, what to do with my life and all that. When I got married and
At
waited
what age did you get married?
at 28.
Wow, that's.
So I was still in school, so so many things. But where I started this business was um I talk about I am a very creative person.
Right.
Then I have these tailors beside my house that makes clothes. I walked into their shop one day and I started asking them, oh, this fabric is fine. If you do, is it for you? Say no. I said, okay, I like it. He said, it's for customer. Can you, and I'm even looking for style. Can you, I said, do it like this, do it like this. I was just talking to the guy
Right.
because I'm familiar with them.
Right.
It's not that I just walk into them and started.
Right.
I'm familiar. I see them.
Mm.
I have given them clothes to make for me.
Right.
This particular day, I went there and I picked one fabric. I said, this fabric is really beautiful. It will be nice for this and that. And the guy said, oh, it's for customer. And you, what did you say? I'm even looking for style. I said, okay, you can make this one, make it like this, like this, like this. And that was it. The customer came back and said, oh, this is so nice. You reach out to me again. Can you help me pick another style for this particular fabric? And that's how I
Is.
kept going. And one of them called me one day. That's why I said you have potentials, but you don't want to really. bring it out
You
to
don't want
do
to
something.
announce it.
You don't want to bring it out of your mind or tell people or even advertise yourself. You know, there is so many ways you can tell people about what
What you do.
you can do. So the guy now said, Ma, you can actually start something like this because you have it in you. You are so creative, you know what to do, you know. You come here and you tell us what to do and all
Which
that.
of the guys, the tailor or the your
The tailor,
right?
the tailor in that they are like, you know how tailors stay in one shop, like they rent shops and
Yeah,
they are like
yeah.
six or so in one shop. So and that was how I now told him, okay, I want to talk about it. He said, okay, let me give it a try. And I went there and I told them I want to learn how to make clothes. And they said, fine, no problem, you know. And one of them said, I don't think we can teach you, you know, you're a madam. I don't think we can teach
Yeah.
you. And there's this Ghanaian that knows how to sew downstairs. You can introduce you to him. He will teach you. That one does the kind of things you will like.
Right.
And I said, okay. And they introduced me to the guy. That was how I learned how to sew and other things. And it wasn't a long.
And that's a big problem, right? I mean, that guy shouldn't have recommended you to someone else. I don't.
You know,
People
because
people
maybe
tend
they
to look
thought,
down on themselves.
yeah, maybe they thought my kind of my level,
Your quality,
yeah,
what
or
your
what they
demand,
say,
yeah.
or whatever it is, they feel they cannot teach me.
Right.
I need somebody higher than them to teach me. That was how I started learning from the guy. One thing I didn't even finish. I think what happened was the guy left after some time. They had issue with the place and he left. And I didn't finish. And
That's an obstacle, right?
yeah, it was at the, exactly
Sure.
a serious one. And I started thinking, how do I continue this thing? I've already involved myself and I like it and I want to continue. And I went back to those guys. Said, look at what happened here. They said, okay. One of them now said, Ma, you can actually open your shop and we can start it for you.
Well,
I said, okay. I went back and spoke to my husband. And extent initially he didn't like the idea, he didn't buy it. So no,
what
no, no,
was he
no, no, no,
expecting
no.
you to be doing? He
He
he.
wanted me to be a teacher.
Okay.
He likes that part. Being a teacher, you have time for
For the
your
kids, yeah.
family. You go to school, close like 1 or 2
Exactly,
o'clock
and you're
and
back
you're
home.
home. So even I can teach. It's not me. I don't know how to teach children because
I
I
guess
don't
that
have the
that's
session.
that spirit of entrepreneurship has always been in you.
So yeah. So that's how I started working with those guys. I didn't open immediately. I started working with them. I'll go out, talk to people. This is what I am doing.
Literally go out.
Yeah, I talk to people and they give me clothes to make for them. I'll go back to them and we put it together, we make it. That's how I started getting people, customers. One day, and I bought my machine, the first machine. Bought the machine, kept it, continue, bought the second one, you know, and after that, I started looking for shop.
Hmm.
I started looking for a place to set up my own business. Then got the place, spoke to my
So
husband
you
about
literally
it.
started your business without having all the basic
No,
equipment.
there was no capital. There
Wow.
was no money, there was no cash, physical cash. Like, this is what I
Exactly.
have.
This is my capital. Let
Yes,
me invest it.
let me invest it. I didn't do that. I started from the scratch. So that was how I actually started from the scratch. Everything.
Nothing.
So it was when I got a place that I told my husband that, I've gotten a place, I need to pay rent and all that. Even though I felt if he didn't accept that, I will still get a place, maybe start from my house.
Hmm.
But at that point, he said, okay, you put so much. effort in this and you really want to do it.
Well,
And that
I
was
think I
it.
should point out something here. I mean, your husband, to him, he felt maybe he was telling you what was best for you, right?
Yeah.
He didn't have any bad intentions. But then,
No,
exactly.
can't be a bad intention.
I guess what I'm saying is there are some times where your loved ones will try to stop you from taking the next step, thinking
Mm-hmm.
that, it's best you don't take it.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe you just you knew what you wanted to do and
Yeah.
you went
Yeah.
along with it.
Another thing, your loved ones cannot or will not intentionally want to stop you from being successful.
All right.
What they do
Are you
is
sure
they
about
try.
that?
Yeah, I don't think so. I did not say your relatives. I said
Okay,
your
your
loved
loved ones.
ones
Okay, okay.
cannot stop you from being successful. They want you to be successful,
Mm,
but they still there is a point in your life, or let me say, when they look at you, sometimes they feel they don't want you to fail.
right.
So they feel
They should
maybe
shield you.
yes, that is just it.
Mm,
They try to shield you from not doing that thing you feel, or they feel you will not make a living out of it. They feel
you
this
get
is
you
what
get
you
hot or
should, yeah.
something.
So they try to protect you,
Mm,
shield you, or talk you out of what they
mm,
think is not okay for you. But if you push ahead and tell them, that's why I mentioned resilience.
right.
You have to tell yourself, this is what I want, and go for it. I spoke to someone this morning and I told her we are talking about a relative that doesn't want to do anything. I was telling her, I said, most times if you want to help people and you see that they are not showing any atom of interest, or they have not taken that step, both step, to an
They say you
extent.
don't give people food because they have a mouth. You give them food because they are hungry.
Exactly. So if you have not taken that bold step to an extent before you start asking for help,
Mm,
people don't see it as you are ready. You
mm.
understand? People don't see it as you being ready for that particular thing. You must you must make yourself ready, available, or you must have moved to an extent, or let me let me look for the word to use for that.
You must leap or something, yeah.
Not live, you must have pushed yourself
Throwing yourself into it.
into it before somebody will say, okay, I know that this person really wants to do
Mm.
this.
Let me assist.
You understand? Like if I didn't go that far of going to learn, buying my
Mm,
machines,
mm,
working,
mm.
putting myself through all that to tell my husband that I really want to do this, he wouldn't he wouldn't have involved himself.
The proof of passion they say is
Yes.
pursuit.
So he saw it that, oh, she really wants to do this. Okay, let me allow her do
Mm.
it.
I mean, there was no stopping you.
So without that push, without resilience, you won't be able to move ahead.
So you started buying machines, you got a shop, right?
Yeah,
And then you kicked off.
yeah. And my husband came. I just put my machine and he tell us that promised to help me came and we started. And my husband walked in and he looked at the place and he said, oh, okay, okay, I know what to do. And he left. And the next thing he came, took measurement of the place, and started building all the shelves and everything.
Wow.
And said, do you need a shelf here? I said, yes. I want to be putting clothes here. I want to be putting customers on here. I want to use this one for I need table, I need chairs and all that. I said, okay. That was how we now provided those things, to make it comfortable. You need AC, okay, you put AC for you. That was it. I didn't start the ready to wear parts immediately.
Right.
I just started making the photo parts, collect people's clothes, press ties for them, make it. That was it. Get going. And one day I just said, oh, I can't keep waiting for people to bring clothes for me to create style for them. Let me have a part where I will create my designs, make them and sell them.
Mm.
So that was how I started the ready to wear section.
So you had to build up initiative.
Yeah,
And
because it's
if
already in
one
me.
exactly,
Yeah,
if one
I,
door isn't opening, you force another one to
yeah.
open.
So already creative part of me is there. Now part of me is
It's
still
there.
there. So that was how I started building it. It wasn't rosy, actually. When you start something, you learn in the process.
Mm.
You learn as you progress. So you start learning. You make mistakes, pick up yourself, dust yourself, continue again. Hence, governments,
Mm.
hence lights, hence customer issues. But you keep pushing because it's your passion. It's something you can do out of you can it's something you can do um they are being paid on it.
Right.
You understand? So it's what passion is
But
about.
just to point out that, right? I mean, you just mentioned that passion is something you can do even if you're not being paid. There are people who do actually have passion for something that there is really no view of payment inside. So, what would be your advice to such a person? I mean, I know this is my passion, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the monetary aspect. I'm not speaking for myself, though. I'm speaking for
I know, I
generally. Yeah.
know. Anything that's your passion is your I don't think there's anything that you're passionate about that you won't make money from.
Well,
I don't think there's anything like that.
sometimes in the
Maybe
initial
you have
stages,
not
though,
find of course initial stages you that's why I said it can't always be rosy from beginning.
right?
It there the people I made cloth for initially are not customers. You start from where you are. You start from giving to people, making something for them and asking for something small.
Mm.
You understand? um you cannot go now you say okay I finished learning I finished learning how to sew. You now tell people oh
My dress is
my dress
50.
is 50,000, 200,000. No, you have to build yourself and your customer base first and learn more about what you are doing before you start um, going to buy
Charging
from
your
certain
words. Yeah.
people and work and all that. Because when you are starting, you are just discovering yourself.
Mm.
You are just on the discovering side or road to discover who you really are. Most times, your passion, you are not even sure of it. You understand? You are
Mm.
not sure of it until people start recommending you to people or start praising you. You now know that, oh, I'm doing it well.
Mm.
You know? So that is it. And consistency. Listen to your customers. Learn on the process. Learn on the job. As we are going, people will complain. Listen to their complaint and learn. When people complain, don't give up. It's still a process of learning.
Mm.
You're still learning. So it's those people that will tell you where you're not doing it right.
Right.
So if those things discourage you, that means you are not ready to move forward.
Mm.
That is there. That is how I
I'm
that
sure
is
even right now, I mean, probably those bad experiences have reduced, but then they still pop
yeah,
up. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, problem with customers.
You always have problem with customers. It doesn't stop. You
Mm.
always have problem with customers. That's normal. There's no business you do that you won't
That
have
you don't have
problem
problem.
with customers. You always come with one issue, one problem. But it's your ability to manage it because it's your passion. You know how to manage it. Sometimes I feel people who get angry over. some things, customers and all that. Customers are always right. They will tell you, they will talk to you,
You know,
they will
I
tell
don't
you some
actually
certain
agree with
things.
that statement. Some
No,
customers are just
yeah, customers are always right. You know why?
fine.
Why I believe that customers are always right is because initially I don't believe that, because I will say, oh, your customer will just talk to you anyhow and you
Mm-hmm.
just, and you say the person is right. No, you learn how to manage customers.
Fine.
I understand that part because when your customer is complaining and you are angry, you won't understand.
Fine.
You listen to them not before. Your customer cannot walk in, like as I am, my customer cannot walk in here and say, oh, this cloth you make for me, I wore it and it's not fitting well. And I will say, how? No, it's not true.
Mm.
No,
Arrogance.
you have to listen. It's very important. Communication is very, very
Is key.
important in everything you are doing. You listen to the customer, know how to sort that issue out. It's not that, it's not like there are not customers that are bad.
Sure.
There are some that you can't even, sometimes you feel like asking them, please stop
Stop
coming.
them.
But that won't help you. It won't help your
Right.
business. So you have to learn how to manage them. When they complain, when they talk, when they are angry, you have to learn how to manage your customers. It's part of the business, part of your job. Losing one customer might make you lose 10.
Mm.
You understand? I watched one speech where somebody was saying, ah, I have in mind, what I want to tell my customer and what I'm actually telling customer. You
Okay.
know, you understand that
Exactly,
part.
I get you.
What you have in
Like,
mind, you want to
you want to
just
set him on
say,
fire.
honestly, but I can't do that
Mm.
because this is business. One customer you lose to today will make you lose 10 tomorrow. You don't know who that customer will reach out to and say so many bad things about you.
Right.
Because most like business is referrals.
Sure.
People refer you to people and you'll be shocked that people, I have met some customers who come and say, ah, somebody recommended you all the way from Nigeria to US.
Wow.
You understand?
Wow.
So, and you don't know the person.
Mm.
The person will say, oh, somebody wore your clothes. I actually have somebody that came to me, that called me from US and said, someone wore your clothes to US. And I saw her and I asked her, oh, I love it. Well, she said, the person is in Nigeria. This is her number. I can call her. And she ordered things from there.
Wow.
Immediately, she ordered things and I sent it to her.
Wow.
Not one, not two. So that's why I said customers are always, if you have that mentality that customers are always right, you won't have problem with them.
Mm.
Even when you react, sometimes they'll push you to overreact. But at the end of the day, you still text them, call them, sort it out, make peace with them. It's normal than just letting it go.
So how do you treat? I'm sure, of course, you have a lot of employees under you right now. Um, how do you manage them really? Of course, somebody listening now might be in the field or in any business really and is trying to upskill. I know for a fact right now that you don't make dresses yourself.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, maybe
I
probably
don't have that
design.
time. Yeah,
Exactly.
I only do design
Mm.
and then
So what has been your trick to manage employees really?
um ah,
Okay, that
it's not
she
easy.
needed to take that one.
Honestly, it's not easy, When I was living with a family friend, when I think I did they have their office and their house in the same their company. They do their company, then they do their. residential, their personal house in the same compound. So just to walk, don't go to the office and back. And I was then I used to see some of their workers or new employees and 2 or maybe 1 week or 1 month or
They
2 months, you won't
they
see
won't
them
show.
again. And I was upset, like, these people, how do you employ people and every day you're employing people?
Mm.
You know, I said I don't understand it. You employ people every now and then, they work 2 months, they are gone, 1 month they are gone. And I didn't understand it until I started the business. I now realize that, oh, now I know why.
Experience is the best teacher.
Now I know why these things. Then I was complaining without knowing how these things work. You know, so some of the people you employ most times they don't come to really work. That is it. They don't come to really work. You know the ones that come to you and they really want to work. Some people just left school. They just need somewhere to gather money and
Money.
maybe work for 2 or 3 months, get money and move. And you won't blame them. It's normal with life. People work 1 month and they're okay. Some people work for 6 months, they're okay. On 3 months, they're okay. So you just have to manage them like that. This is not abroad where you work and you write agreements.
Yeah.
You understand?
There's no agreement.
Here there's no agreement. Agreement at all. So that's how you think. You just employ somebody, they work much as initially I used to have problem with it. I employ somebody and I like the way I'm working with that person and all of a sudden you don't see them again.
Mm.
Most times they don't even tell you they are going.
You just
They
quit.
just walk away. And I'll be traumatized and I'll be angry until I started understanding that this is not about me.
Yeah.
I used to blame myself then that maybe I'm not treating them well.
Exactly.
Maybe there's something that I'm not doing right. Until I started reading and reaching out to other
She
people,
started reading.
reaching out to other people, trying to know why I realized it's actually normal
Mm.
for people to work a particular time with you and move on. Even we did it.
Right.
You work with people and you get tired or you
Mm.
got what you want and you want to move to the next level. And nobody will stop you. So it's normal.
So when you have an employee problem, the best thing is to, kind of set yourself first, right? And then when you see that it's not really on you,
Mm-hmm.
you let it go.
Yeah.
Okay.
This our work is not a work that you employ people and when they say they don't want to work again, you keep them.
Mm.
It's a creative kind of job. It's not paperwork. So once you try to keep them, they start giving you what you don't want.
Right.
So it's better for them to leave. People are always there to work. So like they said, soldier go, soldier
Yeah.
come,
Mm.
barrack
Alright.
remains the same. So people will always go and come back. Some will go and come back actually. Some will go and come back and still want to work with you for some time. And when they finish and they want to go, you let them go. It's normal. Even your own child,
Mm. True.
you have your children,
True.
they grow up and one day they tell you one they
Exactly.
want to leave.
I'm done.
They want to rent their own house. They want to move on. You will not tell them no.
Mm.
So it's part of life. That's how I see it. I don't get angry with them. And I always keep
But
in touch.
initially you did, yeah?
Yeah, initially, yeah, it was painful. Like, how this person that, how am I going to look for someone else
Exactly.
again that um
I
will be like this person?
exactly.
You emotionally you will be drained.
Mm.
Then I used to have emotional attachment with them,
Mm.
but now I realize that it's not doesn't work that way. You just have to allow people be who they want to be.
Exactly.
There was no emotional attachment anymore. I'm working with you and I believe in that you can leave any moment. So that was how I started um, understanding
People, yeah.
people and how it works.
So before I ask you my last question for today, I know is this I've had an argument with someone who said everybody wants to build up finances, right? Nobody wants to be poor. Everybody wants to be rich. And do you believe that there's need for diversification? Having multiple sources of income. And if so, when should a young person diversify? Because there are some of them who are just starting their lives and they believe they should do everything, right? I am this, I'm doing this, my money is here. Is that what you did? I consider you to be financially stable right now. Probably you are diversified, right?
Yeah,
You're diversified.
yeah.
But did you start that way or you
No.
right?
Um, I don't think you can do that. Some people can do that actually. Depends on your background.
Hmm.
Depends
What do you mean by
depends
that?
on your background, meaning that there are some people who started from the scratch, who did not have anybody backing
Back
them.
then, yeah.
They just started life on their own and they just go gradually, and they get to where they are. There are some who have parents who set them up,
Hmm.
open account for them, started building up their money for them,
Hmm.
and then they can decide what they want to do with the money.
Hmm.
So it depends on how you started.
Right. But let's just focus on somebody who doesn't have that advantage, right? A young person out there who, of course, not
That's
from
why I said if you're a young person and you don't have money, you don't have any capital to start any business, why will you why will you set up two or three
hmm.
businesses at the same time? If you confused, who will manage them?
So you need the focus
You
on
need
one.
you need to focus on one. I have a salon somewhere. That salon is being managed by someone. You understand?
Hmm.
So I started this one, started building it up. I started the salon too, started building it up. When I now realized that, oh, I'm a mother, a wife, I have this business, I have that one. I have to plan. I can't manage this and manage
Hmm.
that one. So I have to allow someone manage that particular
Hmm.
one while I manage this. So I can't even imagine myself starting this one, starting another one, and starting another one,
Hmm.
even as a young person. Even as a young person, you need rest, you need your life, you need so many things to to so how can you even start two
It's
or
most
three
likely going
business?
to fail, right?
Yeah, for me, you
Won't
won't even
succeed.
succeed.
Hmm.
You can't be what do they call it?
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, master of none. You
Hmm.
have to master. One thing people don't know is when you start a business, when you set up a business, you just start learning.
Hmm.
You understand? No matter what you know, that business will from that business you start realizing
Hmm.
who you really are. And you start a business, you cannot manage a full business on your own. You have to employ people to manage that. You have to know your strengths. I think that is the most important part.
Right.
When you start a business, you know your strengths. You know what you can do, you know what you cannot do. You know what you can handle, you know what you can. It's just like you asking me now, um, how many clothes can you sew a day?
Right.
Of course I can't. I know my strength, I know what I can do with my business, I know where I can handle, I know where I need people to
Hmm.
handle. So I can't handle everything. I can't be attending to my customers, I can't be creating my styles,
Yeah.
I can't be going to market to shop, I can't be
Oh,
making sitting
yeah.
on the machine to make clothes.
There's only one you.
Yeah, there's only one me. So If I can't do all that by myself, why will I set up another business again
Yeah.
to start doing the same thing that I know I cannot even do here? I now start doing it there again. So one of them will actually fail. You know.
Even possible both even that.
So as a young person, you start one business. When you grow that particular one, you know that, oh, okay, I can start another one.
Right.
Growing that particular one means you have grown that business to the extent that you can now put people in charge.
Mm.
And
You
now,
have a structure.
yeah, you have a structure, then you can now start another one.
Mm.
But
It's
I don't think it's possible to just start
multiple.
multiple businesses. But can't even imagine.
Is this something you've tried yourself?
Yeah, because I told you I have a salon. I started this one, I started that one.
Together,
And when I
simultaneously.
know, no, I didn't start it together actually. I think I started this one before the salon. But I realized that I cannot handle the salon and this
And
one
this
at the same time.
exactly.
Because you know how salon is. People come to make their hair, things like a full time job.
Yeah, okay.
I know how to do it. I know how to. When I was in school, I learned how to make hair, learn how to fix nails, those, those parts. I know how to do it. So that was how I started that salon. I discovered that no, I can't be running this one. But this our job is very, very tedious. It's something that you have to use your brain every point in time.
So one had to go. So be suspended, right?
Not
Okay,
suspended.
you delegated it, you
Yes,
gave it
yes. I go there once in a while to see how they are doing. Fully
a fashion designer.
yeah.
That's great. That's great. So how do you shuffle? What's your routine like? I'm sure I'm saying this to our lazy youth, us. Some of them tend to be very lazy, wake up anytime so what time do you wake up? How do you start your day?
Um, Most times I wake up by 7. I wake up sometimes 8.
Right.
I wake up sometimes 9, depending on how my previous day went. Sometimes go home, go with my son, no one is in school, go with homework, if you are done with homework, check everything in the house. Then after eating, I rest or give my husband attention. I always try as much
Yeah.
as to give him attention because that was the first thing he told me when I started with him, that he doesn't want me to be lacking in my areas in the house.
I'm going to ask you a very daring question right now,
Okay.
and I want your answer to be absolutely truthful. So if you had to choose between doing what you believe you wanted to do, which is become an entrepreneur, and um, being a stay-at-home mom or a teacher, which is what your family at that time wanted, what would you go for? If one had to go, literally,
If
one had to
one,
go.
the business
Either you give up the business,
and be a stay-at-home mom,
mhm,
or
you give up your husband if you protested too much, right? And go to be an entrepreneur, which is what you wanted to do, right?
that's if there's a room for that. There is no room for protest or argument or anything. But my husband encourages me so much, even when I'm even when I feel when I'm down. You know, business sometimes is up and down. Sometimes you just want to close it, you just
Yeah,
want to,
just
yeah. He's always there to encourage me, it's okay, it's normal,
okay.
you know.
So you
So
escaped that.
if you are saying no, if you are saying giving up I don't think I want to give up any part of it.
Well, I mean, sometimes you're in a dilemma, right? I
Uh,
mean, I said you escaped that. That wasn't your case. But to
yeah.
someone out there, probably someone in your shoes right now,
Mm.
that's the person's experience, right? He or she is at a point right now where it's either I give up the relationship I have with my spouse, or I go do what I want to do with my life.
You know, initially I told you that your loved ones will want you to succeed.
Right.
Just imagine it. Just imagine if you have a younger one you love, a senior person, a senior one you love, or someone in your life that you really, really love. Would you want that person to give up their passion
Mm.
for any reason? You walk around it. You won't want the person to give up. You want to walk around it to see that this person is succeeding. So I strongly believe that anybody that loves you will want you to give up what you love because they want you to be happy.
So is that saying whoever does want you to give up is not your loved one?
I don't think so.
Right.
I don't think so. I don't think somebody that loves you wants you to give up what you are passionate about or what you love. They will want to help you channel it to a way or channel it in a way that it will help you and
Mm.
help them. Mm. That's how I see it. So if somebody is telling you, your spouse is telling you, give up this business, give up that business, or stop doing this and do this, maybe they are having conflicts.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe they don't trust you, or maybe they don't believe that that thing you are doing is really what you should be doing. So you have to also ask yourself, why is this person asking me to give up on this? You have to know that. You don't just say he said I should give up, then you're angry. You have to know why, know the reason why this person is saying that you should give up this. Is there another option? Is there any other option? Is it that the person is not happy, or is it that you are not doing it well? You are wasting your time.
Mm.
You know, because I remember when my husband said I should go and you prefer me being a teacher. I don't like to teach. I said, okay,
Not that you
um,
can't do, but you don't
yeah,
like
I
it.
don't like it. I don't like, if I want to teach, I won't want to teach children. I would like to teach adults.
Adults.
I don't like, I can't teach you. I don't have the patience.
Okay.
My senior
I
sister
hope your
is a
children are
teacher.
not hearing this though.
They know.
Okay.
My senior sister is a teacher, so she has a role. She knows that job very well, so it's not part of me. You know, I'm a crazy person. I just want to go
Yeah.
out there, have something going on in my head, plan this one, no, this will be like this,
Mm.
this one will work like this. So I'm not that person that will sit down and say,
Without that
so
patience. Yeah.
what is your problem? And the child will rub his eyes, his nose, and I'll get tired. Like, no,
Okay.
you know, it's not me.
Fine.
So
So it's best the person.
know why the person is asking you to give up what you're doing or what you're passionate about. And you can still talk to them and make them understand. Make them understand.
But in a case where ultimately there is no understanding, I believe what you're saying is go with what you want to do with your life.
Yeah.
Right.
Understanding is very important.
Yeah, but
Let me tell you
yeah.
something. When when people communicate, when people sit down and talk, you understand better. You don't Somebody said, I have a friend. Let me use her as an example. I have this friend of mine who her husband doesn't want her to do anything, just wants her to be a sit at home mom, take care of the children and all that.
That's terrible.
At a time, she got tired and she told the husband that she wants to do something. She wants to have something that gives her small, small money.
Painful.
So when we talk about income, sometimes we say, okay, it's money, big money, but we just want this daily.
Exactly. Let me be earning.
Yes, let me be getting small, small, little money to help my own. You
Exactly.
cannot give me everything.
It's
It's not possible.
yeah.
So there is this daily income is important. Daily small, small money goes a long way. So the husband said, no, you can't. This one, it caused serious issue. It became a problem. They invited most of our friends. The husband invited me, and we talked about it. And I said, this one, that one, that one, that one. She said she's not going, she will divorce him if she doesn't want to set up a business for her. The husband was like, you have not done business before, and they're asking me to start business. So
What
how
if
are
I
you
lose my
going to
money?
manage it? Yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
So most cases is like that. The man has looked, he has studied you and
Read you.
in his mind.
He doesn't see that initiative.
Yeah, that's the thing. So that's why I said, when someone is saying give up something, know why.
Right.
Try to know why they are saying, they said that to you. At the end of the day, they resolved the issue and they started a business for her. And the business is thriving. She's doing very well in that business. And the husband is happy. You know, we women, we are not like men.
Okay.
Before a man invests in you, he wants to know your potential. He wants to know if you can handle it or not. There are women who your husband has started one business on the other hand, they fail. And the man is saying, I invested so much money in this thing and
I've
it didn't
literally
work.
seen women who their husband starts a business for them, invest a chunk of his money, the business dries up, and
And
then
they
exactly, and
invested
then
it.
if they don't invest, there's a problem in the house.
I also know some women who husband pay their rent every year. You are doing business and your
And the
husband is
husband is
paying
paying
rent
it.
for you every year. It doesn't make sense, but they just have to do it for peace to reign.
Exactly.
So that means it's not your passion. That thing you are doing is just, you just want to answer a business person. Why not sit down and ask yourself, what can I really do? You understand? What can I really do as a person to make money and not to waste money?
To make money and not
Not
to
to
waste
waste
money.
money. So it's always important to do that. And for the young ones, when you start a business and you before starting a business, you really have to sit yourself down and know everything about that business. That's the mistake most people make. You don't take time to go and read about that business. You don't have to go to the biggest university in the world to start a business. Go online, research, do your research very well, know so many things as much as you can about that particular business before you start it. There is no easy business. There is no business you start today that is easy. Even if you are frying akara, it's not easy. You have to know time the akara on the fire so that it doesn't get burnt.
It still needs knowledge.
You still need it. You still need to go to YouTube, go to this, know how they are doing it, the people that are succeeding in that, and how they are doing it, how they got to where they are, and all that. You want to do pap, you want to sell pap. You know how you need to know how the corn is being soaked, prepared, and all that, and how to even preserve it. Somebody buying pap from you and asking you, I don't want to drink this pap today, I want to keep it for 1 week. What advice can you give to that person concerning that pap?
You should know.
You should know. You understand? So every business have their own this thing, secrets that you need to learn. So it's always important before you venture into something, you like it, you love it, but get knowledge. Try to know more about that thing
So
before
it doesn't fail.
yeah, doesn't feel. You don't invest your hard earned money and tomorrow you now said, oh, I didn't know this is how it is. So you have to know before you venture into it. even if you are into it and you are still struggling, you still need to go back and ask yourself questions and go online and learn more about it. Another thing I want the young people to know is when you start a business, don't expect that business to start yielding money immediately.
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 True.
You have to give it. In fact, when I went for one entrepreneurship training in Dubai, what one of the things that I learned was this thing I'm saying now. Your business starts bringing money after 5 years. That's when you start seeing money. So what you do is invest, invest, invest. As you are bringing money, you are growing the business. You make 10,000 today, you put back 6,000 or 8,000, use the other one for other coming around. You keep investing until the business gets to the point where you know that, oh, this business cannot fail.
Mm.
You understand? Then you can now say, okay, let me start paying myself salary. Let me start doing this. In fact, I started this business and I ran this business for like 5 years before I now realized that I can actually pay myself salary.
Wow. Okay.
Of course, you know, you now start saying, okay, money is not coming. Oh, okay, I can sell now and pay my workers, and this is my own. Okay, this is the one I have to put back
Yeah.
into the business. So you don't start business today. When you do it for 6 months, you say, oh, it's not bringing out money.
The normal saying is it's not working.
Yeah, it's not working. It's not bringing, even the one I invested, I thought I've lost it. No, you, you keep doing it, keep going, going, going.
Patience.
If that 5 years hit you and you are not there, then you start asking yourself, is it worth it?
But that's a risk, right?
Yeah, it's a long journey. Right?
Wow.
It's a long journey. So that's the thing. It's not enough for you to have a passion to start something. It's also a work. You have to work the work. Just like the word of God says. And giving your life to Christ is not the end. You have to work out your
Exactly.
salvation. So it's the same thing. Start a business, start it, you start working. Work. Every other person will go to bed, you are still awake, thinking, working, reading, how do I get to, how do I do this, how do I do that. Most times I don't sleep like 2 a.m. sometimes 3 a.m.
I mean, this is
Creating
somebody who
styles.
says you wake up by 7, 8.
Yeah, that's
That's
why I
less
said
than 6
that's why I
hours of
said
sleep.
most times I wake up 9, sometimes 7,
Wow.
sometimes 8, depending on the time I
You
slept.
slept.
So most times I'm just awake, trying to sort out one thing or the other. You know. So if you are not emotionally ready,
Mm.
you can't. You have to be emotionally ready. That's the resilience comes from you being ready.
Ready.
You can't just jump up and say, "Oh, I can't do it." I have people who tell me, friends who tell me that, "Oh, you know this your business." I can't. I know I can't. you know,
That's serious.
they only know how to do office work. Sit down one place, write, read.
Some people are better off being employees, right?
Yeah, they can't even sit down and say, "I'm trying to pay something." No, they
But let's demystify that, right? I mean, this whole employer-employee thing. I mean, some young people, do you think that people should actually, young people especially, should actually check out their strengths and see if it's wise for them to start up a business or it's best for them to go work for somebody?
that's why I said initially that you have to know your strengths. Not only in business, you have to know your strength as a human being.
Mm.
You understand?
Yes.
Some people know how to write. They can write from now to tomorrow morning. That's their passion. Some people can talk to people. That's their passion. You must not start a business. Some people, what they do is talking. You see comedians now,
Sure.
they joke. They can joke from now to tomorrow.
They don't get tired.
They don't get tired. So you know where your strength lies and you pursue it. That's actually the meaning of um, knowing who you are.
All right.
If you know your strength, then you know who you are. Your strength is what defines you.
Mm.
You know that okay, I can laugh for 5 hours non-stop. I can cook from morning till night and I don't get tired. Some people cannot cook and you are wondering
How is
why
this?
can't they? Because you are passionate about it, because that's who you are.
But do you think that some strengths that are necessary, especially to function maximally as a person,
Mhm.
some might not be inborn, right? They might not be innate. Some can be developed, right?
Mm.
I just think, because if you look at it holistically, there are some things that, of course, even as an entrepreneur, you said it yourself. When you started, you were not good with taking that attrition, people going out of your business after a month, but then you learned.
Those ones are not those ones are problem you encounter in business.
Okay.
It's not it's not because I'm not passionate,
Okay.
and it's not because I don't have the strength. If that strength is not in me, if I don't have that resilience,
Hmm.
when they leave I will be tired, I will give up,
Right.
you know. But because I have the strength to continue, I have to push, ask people, look for odd workers
Hmm.
and continue. That is my strength. That is
No,
because
I get,
I'm an entrepreneur.
I
That's
get you.
because that is my passion.
True.
So if you're not passionate about it, you give up.
Hmm.
That means it's not in you. It's not in you. It's not part of you.
So what I try to do is I try to encourage young people to live purposefully, right? To
Mhm.
first of all find purpose, because I believe that, and I'm sure you can agree with me, that everybody has a purpose for being alive,
Mhm.
right? It's not just a coincidence.
Mhm.
So we agree on that, right? Purpose is important.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the next thing after you've discovered purpose in life? What do you think?
How do you discover purpose?
Well, I'm assuming that my pathfinders out there, of course, we've shared so many information on the channel on how to discover purpose. First of all, it has to, you can't say you have found purpose and you're not passionate about purpose, right? So
Mhm.
there are criteria to finding purpose. But I'm assuming that whoever is listening to this has found purpose. Let's just ask you, right? No, let's learn. So how do you think purpose can be discovered?
Purpose can be discovered when you step out.
Hmm. Okay, that one
Yeah.
hits me.
Yeah. When you step out, that's when you discover purpose. You don't discover purpose by sitting in your house and imagining I'm this, I'm that, I can do this, I can do that. There are some people who think that oh they can actually do this thing, and when they venture they know that
It's not there.
the way I'm thinking, the way
I thought of
I
it.
thought of it is not the way it is. You understand? So it's when you step out that you discover.
Hmm.
If I did not step out, if I did not step out to go and check what those people are doing,
Hmm.
I wouldn't have been here today.
Hmm.
You understand?
You won't even know you
uh
love
I
doing
love,
this.
you understand? It's people will tell you who you are most times. They
Right.
will tell you this thing, you keep doing this thing. This is who you are. This is what you should be doing. And you see people do so many things. They do so many things and people will come and say, this thing you are doing, monetize it now. Because you've been doing it not knowing that you can even, this thing
Earn
can
a
give
living
you
from
money. You are doing it passionately. You understand? I have a brother who loves to drive. He loves
to
to
drive.
drive.
Okay.
If you give him car and say let's go to work, he will
Okay.
drive you for free to work. He loves to drive. That's his passion.
Hmm.
You understand? He do this one, do that one, do, he will tell you, I want to be doing driving bus from here to Ghana. And he's been doing it passionately.
Hmm.
That's what he loves. No matter the kind of job you give him, he'll tell you, hey, if you have anybody, he's working, he's in an office, he's working for somebody, he'll tell you, if you have anybody that wants to bring car from Lagos to East, call me, I'll go and do it. So you know that this is what the person wants. You started doing it for free. Now you discover that you can make money from this thing. So you are doing it with joy, you know. How do you see these people? You see somebody sitting under the sun repairing shoes,
Mm.
and they are wondering how. And the person will sit there, the
Well,
sun
do
will
you
hit the
think?
person, and the person will do it nicely and give you your shoe and say it's okay. You know, I'm a very creative person. I think wide. So most times when I go out, I look at people, how they do
Right.
things, and I imagine this person is doing this for just money, and this person love this thing is their doing. They're doing it passionately, they love it. You know, I have this guy that um help me cut meat when I buy meat in Akatoke. That's where I buy it. Like going to
Yeah.
market to buy so I go to market to buy it. And this guy will calm down, he will scrape all the bones from the meat, clean it very well, and slice it. Almost all of them will be the same size.
Okay.
And sometimes I wonder, and there was this day I went to market and he was not in the market. I tried his number, his number didn't go through, and I gave it to somebody. I think the guy finished. I was crying and said, "Hey, what is
What did
this?"
I do?
You know, the guy was just doing it. At a point, I told him, "Okay, the other part that you don't cut it, just leave it."
Mm.
You understand? This person is doing it for a living. This person has mastered it.
Mm.
You love cutting meat, but now you have mastered it. You have done it over time and over time, and you have passion for it, but now you have become a
Yes,
master. So that's how far passion can take you.
So, what's your own definition of purpose, really?
Um, for me, purpose is that thing you have discovered that this is who, yeah, this is who really, you understand. You come to that point where you know that this is who you are. No matter what, no matter I've tried so many things, and I now come to the knowledge that this is who, that is for me, that is purpose. You
Mm.
have found your path.
Right.
You understand? I don't think people sit down and they just say this is I found purpose. This is this is that. It's that thing you have done. You try. You know, sometimes you know this is what you like doing. I know somebody. I know a girl that likes to. She wants to be a shoemaker, but she feels it's odd.
All in what sense?
It's odd for a girl to be a shoemaker. You know, she learned how to make shoes and all that, but she cannot practice it.
Mm.
You
She's
know,
not proud of the food.
yes,
Yeah.
that is the point. So some people know that they love this thing, they love it so much, but they are not proud of it. You forgot that okay, you love repairing shoe, or you loving to be a shoemaker can take you places.
Mm.
You can start it now, and tomorrow you are importing shoe. Tomorrow you are creating your own
The
designs,
brand.
sending. You are having your own brand. You are sending it out. You are creating.
So
it's
they're not
broad.
seeing the future. They're
Yes, they
just
are just seeing
limiting.
the little part of it. You
Exactly.
know, in people initially in Nigeria when you were tailor, they said, that
All
one
those
wey dey
people.
sew cloth na work. I don't know if you
I
understand,
get you.
but now fashion,
Is reputable.
ha,
So,
in fact, I think Nigeria is number one for me now.
mm.
I think Nigeria has taken over the world when it
Mm.
comes to fashion,
Fashion.
because sometimes I watch this. Um, I watch the so many fashion designers in Nigeria go. check all these international um, movie, what do they call them? All these their shows
Fashion parade.
and all that. You see that Nigeria, you can't even compare them.
Yeah,
You
true.
know, you can't compare. When you see some designs, Nigerian designers
Designers,
brings out, you'll be wow,
true.
like what is this? So I feel right now Nigeria has taken over the world when it comes to fashion. We are in front. We are up there. It's no longer like they used to say it before that this one is not like this. So you can be that person. You can
Mm.
be that person who will start that particular thing and give people hope.
Mm.
You know,
You can be the trailblazer.
you can be it and give people hope and tell them that you cannot just be a normal shoemaker.
Mm.
You cannot just be a normal mechanic sitting one place and repairing cars. You
Roadside.
can start, you can upgrade by going to learn how to build a car
Mm.
and start building cars.
Mm.
You can't just sit down there and think that is where your passion ends. Because it's not yielding money, it's no longer your passion. No. You are passionate about it. Think why. Think far. Know how far this thing can take you. And a lot of things that the young people have to learn now is collaboration. It's
Mm.
important. When you know you have the knowledge, get the person that you can
That's the
merge
skill.
with
Yeah.
skill, machines, this one. Okay, I have the knowledge, you have the money. How can we work
Work
together?
together. That's something most young people are not willing to do.
Yeah, that's
They want to
what
be
they're trying.
founder CEO.
Yeah. Being CEO is not a big deal.
True.
You just
Just
wake up one morning and you
already
register your
said.
company name and you're already a CEO.